Welcome back to Limbus Company. Not quite daily mirror dungeons. It's been a little bit since I've done one of these, been a little burnt out, so I just kind of reined it in for a bit. But I figured, now's as good a time as ever. I at least want to make sure I start doing my weeklies again, right? No promises whether or not I'm actually gonna, stick to doing daily, anytime soon, but I'll do a bit more now, right? We're running Kurokuma, of course. I haven't touched these units, at all yet, because I wanted to wait till I could actually, shard Kurokuma Ishmael. So I haven't done anything with either of Kurokuma with Heathcliff or Ishmael yet, so should be fun. What we taking here? Do we want the funny strength stuff? Yeah. We'll just do that. That's fairly standard. Okay, cool. But yeah, so I haven't touched Mirror Dungeon, since... I guess, what was it, start of January, end of December? What the time frame before I got sick? So, maybe I'm a little bit rusty. I feel like it's hard to get too rusty when it comes to Mirror Dungeon, though. It's a simple enough thing. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely need to do a decent chunk of Mirror Dungeoning this week, if nothing else. Because, oh, that's a good start. Absolutely. Because I need to make sure I get all the event currency stuff. We take... Actually, Resin Knife's probably more important, I think, so yeah. Cool. We take that, we're gonna get Smoke and Wires as floor clear reward, so that should be good. But yeah, I need to get both event currencies. This is the first time there's ever been 2 events going on at the same time, which is kind of crazy. Oh, this is actually really good for Rodion, that's nice. Yeah, it's weird to think about. So there's 2 event currencies to grind right now. We're running full Kurokuma, so we'll be able to see what we can do with that. And yeah. Have these 2, in the backup because, want to get the biggest multipliers for both event things, right? That should be good. Haven't leveled up, Lantern Yisong yet, because I want to try messing around with him unleveled up. So I think it would be funny, before I actually commit to leveling up, since we can't level down. But yeah. So these Kurokuma units, they've got some funny stuff going for them, I know. I think, Lust Res is, the big thing they want, as opposed to, Blade Lineage's Pride Res stuff. Although there is a decent bit of Pride on this team, too. But yeah, more Poise-focused, more Lust-focused, stuff like that. So, Heathcliff. I think his main thing is he's got a really funny clashable counter. He gets a bunch of buffs. If he gets Cumulus Wall, he effectively becomes a 3-coin counter, and he gets that next turn with his skill 3. Cashman gain Dark Cloud Blade next turn, yeah. Battle ready, yeah. That's the one for when allies die. Simple enough bit. And then Ishmael, of course, just buffs everyone with their passive and stuff. Yeah, 3 Lust Res, 2 plus Kurokuma identities in the counter, including you gain 1 Cloud Blade. 4 plus Lust Resonance to all Kurokuma allies instead, which is nice. So if she can just do all that sort of thing... Oh yeah, I should probably actually show what the gimmick with Dark Cloud Blade is, but... Or no, Dark Cloud normally. Dark Cloud converts all their attacks into unbreakable coins. So even though some of these units, being older, don't have great clash value stuff, they can still get some funny mileage out of it. Because they'll lose the clash, but they'll still be fine as long as you get that Lust Res. Lust Res isn't exactly the most consistent thing on them, especially with their defensive skills, right? I don't think there's too many Lust defensive skills. I know Heathcliff's is, which is funny since it's supposed to be Rules of the Backstreet when Jun's Rules of the Backstreets was Envy. This is the first Heathcliff without Envy after all, but someone enough. You've got a Lust counter, you've got a Lust defensive skill, you've got a Lust... Oh, actually, no, there's a decent bit. I don't know why I thought it was very few of them. You 2 are the only ones without Lust as your defensive skill. Okay. And also, everyone's, basically. I think everyone's got a Lust Ego if I actually had them all equipped. I don't have some of them equipped. I don't have your, Roseate Desire equipped, or your Roseate Desire. I could give everyone a Lust Ego if I had built for that point, but no matter. Shouldn't be too hard to do, in general. Do some skill changes here and there to actually make it so we can get more of them. Right. Should be good enough. Let's see. Need to get the new Bleed Fusion gift. Did I get that? I think I did, right? Yeah, of course. I think I got Bleed Fusion gift at least at some point. I think I've gotten... Have I gotten all of them? I actually don't know if I've gotten the poise one. I know I watched my friend get the poise one, which is why I never went for it myself. So yeah, I don't think I've gotten the new poise fusion gift yet. I still haven't gotten all the EU gifts from the Christmas rerun. I didn't get one of the fusions there, so I've got a lot of stuff I need to get to complete the compendium and stuff. Yeah, I'll probably stream some mirror dungeoning sometime this weekend, Saturday or Sunday or something. Just to do, you know, some more mirror dungeoning, do it like while live, just so it's just to make it more interesting to me, right? I think that sounds like a good idea. I'll take the cost, yeah. Not a particularly great reward cards, but that's fine. We send it. Should be good. But yeah. I do like that the new Kurakuma IDs aren't, like, super gimmick heavy. They're fairly simplistic IDs, honestly, but they work well for their faction. You know, get Lust Res, and then you get funny buffs with Ishmael. And then Heathcliff use skill 3 and then use Clashable counter. Like, he uses skill 3 there, so next turn we want to try his Clashable counter. And, like, Rules of the Backstreet with it, if we can get a good person to do it on. I think that's good. Yeah, okay, that'll work. Like that, sure. I want to get one more Lust in, though. We could have you just pop this, yeah. Just goes 4 Lust Res. I think just 4 Lust Res in general, right? Yeah. Then we get to for all allies. When it's only 3 Res, it's only 2 adjacent allies, right? Yeah, but at 4+, it's to all allies except for herself. So if we went for the 3 Res, it would only go to Heathcliff and Ryoshu, but with the 4 Res, it goes to everyone. That's simple enough. I like gimmicks that, like, focus on, like, adjacent on the dashboard things, because it's a good way to have, like a minor buff that is still pretty nice. Like, the most notable one that comes to mind is, I think, G-Corp, Otis's passive, giving herself speed and the 2 adjacent allies speed. Kind of, that one's a little bit anti-synergistic with just how it works, because, usually what ends up happening is, G-Corp Otis gets a bunch of haste to herself, and then she'll end up being, like, the fastest one, because I think she's got a decent... I think she's got a decent speed range, normally. But she'll be the fastest, and if she's the fastest, she only buffs 1 adjacent unit instead of both. Yeah, it's another reason why I like something like, I don't really want that, why I like, assist attack from Captain Ishmael. Because that's another case of it just being buffing someone adjacent. That's unfortunate. Is this one a rough one? Okay, no, it's only for you. And that's fine. We're not going to use Faust at all, right? Tangled Bundle. Do we need Tangled Bundle for everything? I don't think we do. I think we roll these. I'd like a good skill change, just for fun, right? So I'd like a good skill change. Ishmael, there we go, that works. More skill 3s for you is nice. And then maybe we do a bleed keyword refresh, see what we get. I also want to get Wound Clear to ++, so... Awe, do we need Awe? We don't need Awe for anything, I don't think. Well, let's get Wound Clear to ++, before I forget. I also do like the idea of upgrading Pen and Nostalgia, but that's not super major. Actually, 1 upgrade works. We don't need to do the 2nd upgrade, because that just means 2 allies, and this only matters for for Rodion, so yeah, that works. Okay, 30% Super Shop chance next floor, looking good. Shame that Bleed Refresh didn't give us anything, like, particularly good for what we're going for, but, them's the breaks. We're doing decently enough on EU gifts anyways, just because, with all the Starlight bonuses I choose, it's looking good. Let's save our Lust skills, yeah. Let's save them for next turn, and then get, like, a big Lust res going on. I think Richie guys resist Lust, if I'm not mistaken, so that's a little unfortunate, but... it's not gonna matter. It's a floor 1 boss. We'll be fine. Yeah. I've been playing a lot of Arknights recently. I have been for a while. It's not like a new revelation. So I've been playing a lot since I started like mid-November after the crossover was announced, right? And I've been playing Arknights pretty frequently since. It's a lot of fun. The Mirror Dungeon type mode in Arc Knights is very fun once you actually have some decent stuff, and I've gotten to that point, so I've been doing a bunch of those. It's actually fun enough because, like, tomorrow there's, like, a new big thing happening for that mode. So that'll be cool. Maybe I'll stream. Who knows? Not sure how well, not sure how many people would care about Arc Knight's stream bit, but could be fun. We get both of these, so now we've got a bunch of good bleed stuff going on. We're already close to being able to get the fusion gift. I guess we would have been able to if not for the new thing, but we need the funny flower, and we need the one that looks, the whatever, I don't remember what the other one's called, the weird, like, fleshy looking thing. Let's roll these. Not really anything particularly great. I mean, we could actually go here because we might get, like, Kaleidoscope, which would be synergistic. On the other hand, like, the gifts earned. We could just take, like, Bell and, like, Spicer's Branch, because then it's 2 tier 3s, which is just good for fusion stuff. Yeah, that works. Looks good to me. We might have to fight Dongback, but that's perfectly fine. Yeah. Mirror Dungeon 5 Hard is a lot of fun. I think the main, like, slog is Mirror Dungeon 5 Normal is just super boring. Because it's just long, but nothing really happens in it, right? And it's, like, the one additional floor changes so much. Because it doesn't really add more, like, depth or anything. It just makes it more... There's just more fights that don't mean anything in it, which just sucks. But it's fine. We ball. That guy's trying to defend. It won't work. Shame that Kurokumo Honglu really feels like he gets the short end of the stick with the new Kurokumo stuff, since there's so much, like, good, like, bleed focus going on now. And he doesn't want bleed for the sake of his skill too. Also, I've still got Soda equipped because of the bit with using Soda for the sake of full stop, right? I need to keep on saving my skills, my lust skills, to use them all around the same time. Because that 4 res is nice. Not too big of a worry, though. It'll happen frequently enough. Don't really feel like I need to worry too much about, like, mini-max things. I also did get a new mic recently, so hopefully that means the quality should be good. My old mic was kind of freaking out. That was one of the reasons why I had, like, not been doing too much, like, the past month, is because my mic was also abysmal. Like, if you listen to, like, if you go and, like, watch my live stream for the checkup event, like, you can hear the mic was just bad then. And I had no idea what was going wrong. It was just the mic had just stopped working, so I had to get a new one. But this one's been working pretty well. I think the one thing about it is that it's fairly quiet. Like, I'm pretty sure I have it set to, like, maximum possible input right now, just to try and counterbalance that a little bit. And hopefully it's counterbalancing it decently enough. Oh, that's good. Contract. Elite no, that should be good. Rabbit, or the Time Ducks, as it's called. Liu Yisong next week is cool. I'm honestly kind of sad it seems to be Liu South, because, we already have, like, a bunch of Liu South, and I feel like it would be best just not doing any more Liu South till we got, like, Wulp stuff for it. Just do a different branch or something, but they're maybe gonna try and fix it or something. I guess we also don't know what else is gonna be in the banner. It's probably either gonna be just only him, or there's gonna be brand new Ego alongside it. I could see us getting, like, an Ardor Blossom star or something for someone, right? I don't know. There's no guarantee it'll be something, like, actually, like, relevant to Burn whatsoever, because usually the Ego and the ID are completely, like, unconnected whatsoever with Season 0 banners. It's also the first, actually think about it, it's also the first Season 0 banner since they've made the change, so, like, non-Season 0 banners, you have to, like, wait a week to be able to shard them. So it'll be nice having another unit you can just shard as soon as it comes out. That's another thing that's definitely been, causing me to not be as interested in, like, doing stuff as soon as it releases, because, like, I mean, you gotta wait a week to get all the cool stuff, unless you want to pull for it, which, you know, I tried a decent bit. check-up event, I got real lucky. I did, like, 10, 20 pulls, I think. I don't remember how many exactly, but it was a very few amount of pulls, and I just got the ego and the ID event immediately. It might have been in 10 pulls. Might have been 22, I don't know. But I think I did like 40 pulls for Kurokumo Ishmael or the announcers, and I got nothing. And I was just like, oh well, and I waited a week. I'm not too concerned. I'm not really worried about announcers anymore. There's just a lot of them, right? I think I've got NetSack selected right now, yeah. I should probably also throw in, like, Gnome Announcer or something. I didn't get Full Stop Announcer. Only Wallop amount announcers I'm missing are Molar Office and Full Stop Office. NetSack's very quiet, which, I mean, I'm not surprised by it. It's just kind of very fitting for him, but definitely unfortunate that it's hard to hear him too much. I also do talk a lot, though, so I'm talking over him a lot of times. He's saying whatever quotes he has to say. I've also definitely gotten really... I've really started to filter out announcers super hard. Like, I never notice them anymore, I feel. Which is a shame, because they're, you know, they're cool sometimes, but also, like, not too big. That's so the no one will cry. Okay. Easy enough. Gregor skill change. Nah. I see the vision, but it's not a good vision. Honglu, nah. Ryoshu, actually. Actually, Ryoshu, yeah, we'll get Ryoshu another one. That's not bad. Lead roll. There's one of the things we need, actually. Arrested him. That's just name. I can never remember its name because it's a weird name. But yeah, we, don't have what we need. Once we get the, flower, the, Maracla? What? I don't remember what it is. It's another, like, Carmilla, like, anagram, right? Millarca, I think. Yeah, that's the flower's name. Once I get that, then I'll be able to fuse, Bloody Mist. And I need... What do I need for the other one? It's like, it's Fluid Sac, and then it's something else. I don't remember. I'll probably remember when I see it, but once again, I'm rusty. Just... I've fallen off back in my day. Thank you, Gregor. God. What a funny line from him. Okay. So the no one will cry time. Lust resisted. Very unfortunate. Yeah, okay. A little bit of a rough boss because of that. You also resist slash, don't you? Pretty notably. Yeah. Okay, we're not all slash, but we're pretty slash oriented. Oh yeah, I forgot. I should have started with slash. Actually, no. I was gonna say I should have started with slash U gifts because I could have gotten the Kurokumo gift as a starting gift, but then I'd get a bunch of slash gifts instead of a bunch of bleed, and it probably wouldn't be worth it in the long run. Okay. Let's save our strong lust attacks for, once we break this thing, if we can do decent damage. I know that doesn't make the actual lust resistance go away, because Sin Affinity resistances don't get changed with, breaking parts, but still would be nice, I'd say. Dominating with that, cool. But yeah, just straight up no lust this turn, because we're just going to save it all for a good turn. Usually it's pretty easy to break the right arm, so I'm not too concerned. Yeah, it's definitely getting staggered by our random attacks. Actually, is it just those skill ones? It might be. I don't know if we actually do stagger it, if it's just a bunch of weak baby skills. Next turn, then. We can go all out next turn, because it will get staggered after a couple attacks, yeah. I went for some pretty weak stuff. Oh no, that's staggered. Oh, and contract. Huh. Well, that's nice. I forgot bleed damage was also helping us out. Very handy-dandy. Okay, we don't actually have enough lust to get the 4 res going, but we can just have you, like, shield or something, because you're not doing much of anything. Oh, we could actually also Rules of the Backstreet's one of those. Yeah, sure. Well, if you two do that... Kind of sad when you don't have your skill 3, but I guess we haven't gotten you more skill 3s yet, so it's nothing that surprising. Well, that's fine. No, like, 6 abs res, but we still get the rest of the stuff we want. Rules of the Backstreets, pulls through, cool. It's pretty well rolling. We only get 2 coins, I think? Yeah. Because we didn't skill 3 last turn. If you want to be able to get the 3 coin without skill 3, I think you need to have a dead ally, and you also need to have the buff from Ishmael or something like that, right? Oh, you're just dead. Cool. So I'm pretty sure the two conditionals, it requires a status effect he only gets when his allies die, and also requires a status effect from Ishmael. Gamble? Tangle Bundle, okay, that's fine. It keeps on being, like, waved in front of us, so, I mean, we were gonna get it sooner or later. We take the skill 3, or the tier 3s. Spicer's Branch does nothing for us. It's only really good. Oh, and there is Kaleidoscope. Well, that's 4 offense level up for everyone. Just permanently. It's actually not that big of a thing, but, like, it's still nice, right? I could see that we would get some decent mileage out of it, so I wanted to go for it. I should go there. Actually, I want to roll. Can we get one of the other new floors? Oh, fell stopped by bullet. Oh yeah, I forgot this gets a mirrored London floor. Shh. It's very funny because, like, well, purchase events have mirrored London floors, but, like, there's no currency to grind or anything, so it's just kind of there. Some new stuff, though. It's poise stuff, so this isn't actually synergist with us, but I've never been to this floor, so, might as well take a look. Very fancy looking, that's for sure. Which makes sense. They like doing that for the Wallp stuff. Pierce Week, we can make some mileage out of that. I know you're all Pierce. Does anyone else have Pierce? No. You guys are all Slash. You've got a Blunt skill too, and you're all Pierce, yeah. Very... I mean, it is a fairly Slash-oriented gang, but then you've just got Ryoshu, who's, doing her own thing. Not slashing at all, which is very weird for her. Doing her. Oh, is it only 6? Okay. I'm very surprised at that. I guess it's because there's more nodes in this floor, but I was like, you could see that I was like hovering over that because I was like, how many enemies is it? But no, it's just these guys. They've got funny smoke, which is very cool. Yeah, I did get all the rewards from the Wallp event. I might not have been like recording much of all around that time, but I did make sure to get all those rewards. Don't want to miss anything like that, that's for sure. Nice. Good damage. Wowee, look at that. It's even like, I mean, Smoke's even got like an entirely, it's not even like the Smoke icon from Runa, right? This is like an all-new Smoke icon. And like, admittedly, it does look like a brain, which might serve to make you think that we're never actually getting it ourselves, because it looks more Church of Gears-y, but like, I don't know, I think it's very possible we end up getting Smoke stuff sooner or later, especially now that it's in the game, but no clue what that could entail, right? Who knows, maybe one day we'll get, like... I don't know, we could always get, like, smiling faces or something. They're a random syndicate that's, like, wide enough in the city to count as Season 0. Or, like, some random workshop with smoke. Maybe, like, maybe one of the associations has, like, a smoke section. Maybe, like, Liu North loves smoking or something like that. It's possible, right? I could see one of the Liu sections being, like, burn smoke-oriented. That would be cool. But who knows? Nice. And down they go. Cool. Well, how long is this floor? I was expecting it to be like last Wallp floor, where it's just gonna be like, just like a set thing, and it might be like this might be like a set like fight event node. I know there's an event node right here, so Bit of a Nightmare, actually not bad. Okay, yeah, so it's doing this bit where it's 2 of these and then something else. Yeah. Checks out. What we got here? Excellent close distance, bloody remains. Intact chair, these are gears still turning. Take a seat. Oh boy. That sounds delightful. Assuming there's also a fusion gift for this event, but I've got no clue what. Gear shrapnel. This is one of the ones I think we were getting as a floor reward. Yeah, if the unit has poise, gain 2 defense level and 1 defense power up. Unit has poise first going to hit, deals times more damage, okay, clearly 20%. Okay. That's not bad, because we can just get some stuff to help the entire squad for that. It helps out Rodion, if nothing else. And if we get, like, Nebula or something random, everyone will have poise, and then it'll just work out. Got an assembly flipping book pages. Are we about to get the book? This court. CQB. I don't know what CQB is. I know CQC is close quarters combat. Is CQB's close quarter battle or something? I don't know. This is the EO gift we're going to get for floor clearing, though, so we'll take the Art of War. Sun Tzu? Who will learn the Art of... Okay. That's tragic. The full stop IDs probably get a benefit to this. Just give... Oh. Huh? Nothing. Do you need to fail that check, or just... Alright. Either that check never gives you... It said to gain an EU gift, didn't it? So you need to fail that check? And I just somehow got the 25% success on that... Alright. I guess that's just my luck, huh? Well, that's fine. It's not like I'm in any rush to get all the new EU gifts and stuff, yeah. These floors are, like, permanent and stuff, and... if I just slowly chip away at it, I'll get all the stuff. Sooner or later. The biggest, like, thing preventing me from just getting all the EU gifts super easily is the fact that there's so much stuff that's hard exclusive. Because, like, all the railway floors have 2 things, like, all, like, the... a lot of the hard mode exclusive floors have a couple unique EU gifts, that sort of thing. Which is a little dicey sometimes, but it's no big worry. So I don't know where the Blade Lineage hard floor shows up or where the Hohenheim floor shows up. But assumably that we can get them on 4 and 5. Because if we can get both those floors, that would be perfect. Because then we could get both multipliers for the event currencies. And we could also see a bunch of new EO gifts. Which in general is what I want to do, so... hopefully that will end up being doable. I don't know. Like I said, I've been a little behind in terms of paying attention to stuff that's been going on. Victory. Cool. Seems good. And now, so we get the shop and then the boss node, I assume, which is probably going to be the same thing, but it's going to be like 10 enemies or something. Something larger. Resolution. Interesting. Oh, smoking pipe. That makes sense. Only number 1 to play, you gain 2 attack power and 1 fragile return. Ooh. Main target is reduced. Defense level, gain 5 points for attack. Pride Pierce skills. Do more. We'll take it, obviously. Also, no super shop. Tragic. Oh, I should have taken Nebulizer. Actually, it doesn't matter that much. Let's get the bleed roll going. Is that the normal? Yeah, that's that one. Swift Command is new. That's the funny way earpiece thing. I've got a dupe thingy, don't I? Yeah, I can sell that. Actually, I should just do some fusion. Yeah. I'm looking for a bunch of bleed gifts, and I just have coincidentally not gotten any of them. So we might as well do some fusion away. You're nice, but you're not the biggest deal. I need a tier 1, I think. I need Nail? Yeah, Nail. Okay, cool. So Nail, you... No. You... What is it? Is it you or something? Oh no, it's Fluid Sac! It's Fluid Sac, isn't it? I don't have Fluid Sac still. I forgot about that. So we need a tier 2, and we need a tier 3, because we need to get Millarca. This should do Millarca? Cool. Actually, I didn't know if there were any other bleed tier 2s we didn't have, but there's these units. So this and this is how we get you. Yeah, Devotion, and then we pair Devotion with the classics, and then we get Bloody Mist. Okay, cool. Now we need to fuse a tier 3. We've got some stuff that's actually pretty worthless for us we can fuse away. Like that. Getting Fluid Sac, Respite. That's right. Forgot about that. Let's use a tier 4 just for good luck. Fragment. Okay. Not getting great luck with some of that stuff. Did I want to sell something for Swift Command? I was thinking about it, but like I kind of like everything I have. We don't need contract. I'd rather get new stuff. If any ads were treated, should have read what it does before I bought it, I suppose, but I guess that's cool. You know what, let's just send it. Let's just send it. You know, we're talking about how this stuff could be cool and something. Give me Fluid Sac, cool. Take this, take this, take this, and there it is. There's the Hemorrhagic Shock. Okay, we don't have a lot of EU gifts now, but what we do have is pretty good. So I think that works. 84% chance of Super Shop next floor. Yeah, we should get it. And then if we're really lucky, we'll also get a floor 5 one, but I wouldn't particularly bet on it, of course. Alright, what are these guys gonna be doing? Okay, it's a bunch of them. How many? Really? We really go in the... Okay. Alright. Very funny game. I was like, I was like, you know, there's a chance it ends up being 20 or something. Like, even the Christmas hard floor. Like, the Christmas hard floor was only a single node, but it was 30 gnomes. So, like, they probably wouldn't do anything like that if they had multiple nodes before that. God. This is just gonna be a slog, isn't it? Oh well, we'll chip away at him. Okay, it's doing the sort of thing where more of them show up even when you don't kill all of them, though, so that's good at least. Was wondering if there would be some bit like that, and there is, so that's good. And because it's a normal fight, like, we do just get more skill slots, so it'll speed up and stuff. Definitely a, interesting bit, though. Just fully leaning into the fact that that's how the wall purchase fight goes. And just really leaning into it. Yeah, that's for sure. Get some skill 3s off, though. Do a bunch of damage. Kind of overkill with a lot of them, I'm sure, but that's part of the fun. We love some good old overkill. It's like killing, but if it was over. Okay. So I've noticed, like, smoke has count, but, like... Huh. It's very weird, isn't it? Like... I don't know. Like, if they're gonna introduce count to potency, surely we're gonna be getting it, right? I didn't really think about the fact that, like, yeah, that is a very weird thing to do. If it isn't, like, something you're actively gonna, like... implement for us sooner or later. We're gonna get it sooner or later, yeah. I'm not really doubting that. I feel like surely we are. It's a very simple gimmick, similar to Poise, but, like, there's plenty you could do with it. If you just make Puffy Broom interesting, I think that could do a lot. Like, make it so Puffy Broom, like, has, like, certain, like, circumstances, isn't, like, always active. Like, maybe, oh, you need to get, like, a resonance to get Puffy Broom active or something. Don't know what they'd go with, of course, but... Like, if Puffy Bloom, if all, like, smoke IDs had, like, a certain, like, resonance passive where if they only got the funny smoke buffs if they could actually trigger the resonance, that could be a silly way to do it, but maybe a little bit weird. I'd like more teams that are super heavy on resonance, like Envy is right now. This is something for Lust, which already was in a weird spot. Like, Lust had some decent stuff, mainly because Whispers existed, and Whistle, depending on whether or not you actually fielded her, I guess. And this is, like, a team that's definitely focusing on it a bunch. Because N-Corp kinda tried, but one of the fact people in N-Corp didn't have Lust at all because of, Grosshammer Merceau, but... Oh, straight up, like, almost no Lust string, that's funny. Which was very weird, that's for sure. And, like, Merceau didn't have a Lust ego at the time, and he didn't until he got Yearning Merkala, right? So he just could not, like, commit any Lust for the sake of an N-Corp lusting. And I think Whispers was the only, like... Or Whistle was the only, like, benefit they got for Lust Res instead of having more antics. And I guess this team doesn't actually get anything for Lust Res beyond the funny buff, but it's a pretty big buff, so... I don't know. Bunch of enemies at this point. Someone up. We can get decent Lust Res going on. Not absolute res, but that's fine. It's kind of hard to get absolute res in normal fights when you have this many skills. You need to have a lot of skills just stockpiled and ready. Hopefully we get... I kind of want Blade Lineage floor first, and then we finish stuff off 5th floor with Hohenheim. Or Hohenheim. God, my friend pronounces it weird, so I have been pronouncing it weird occasionally. Hohenheim. I've got a friend who just adds an extra, like, M to the end of his name, which is very weird. But I cannot fall for those antics. But yeah, because then we can get funny bleed fusion gifts. I know there's a new sword. I saw that much when I was watching a friend do some mirror dungeoning. That's what, like, the new Blade Lineage fusion gift is. There's a new, specifically, there's a new hilt. So there's a total of 4 Blade Lineage fusions now, because there's the new hilt and the old hilt. They only added one, like, you give need for fusions, but it, like, changed the entire thing. Because beforehand, it was just the one hilt and the 2 blades, but now there's 2 hilts and 2 blades, and I do not know what the big difference is going to be, because I haven't actually seen... I don't think I saw my friend get it, but as soon as I saw my friend find a new hilt gift, I immediately could tell, oh yeah, that's going to be the gimmick, isn't it? And it sure is. Okay, just these 2 enemies left, alright. The rambling can take a little breather. That's for sure. Because we have cleared out this interesting floor. I think this floor is going to be... It's very similar to the last vault floor, where, like, you're not going to want to go to it most of the time, unless you actively want the stuff a lot, just because that's a long floor. I don't know. Little zany in it. In it, bruv. No Yo gift? That's fine. And we can get CQC manual, and I get this back, I guess. Actually, we can get Gossip, yeah. So that can spend ammo, does not spend ammo, can attack power up. Okay. Gain ammo, skill 3 deals more damage, just turn in next turn use, means skill spends ammo, gain points. Alright. Simple enough. I'll take it just for the collection progress. Okay, there. That's what we were looking for. Some funny floors over here, that's for sure, but this is what we're looking for. We can guaranteed get at least the sword blade, if nothing else, but... Okay, this looks pretty solid. Doesn't it now? Ideally, we'll get it on this floor itself, though, just so we don't have to wait until the final floor shop in order to fuse it together. Oh, I guess we could go Chun here, huh? I want to go for events more so, though, see if it's something new. Okay, this is the old one. I don't know if we can actually reasonably do any of these, because I assume Kurokuma doesn't get a buff for this. Oh, right, you can just do this. Didn't think about that, just because this skill just does very well here. There's Dopo Robe, which doesn't do anything, but it is a free tier 4, so we can make use of that, that's for sure. Pekatula time. Simple enough. Yeah, just a bunch of, okay. Cool, we've started with a very good hand of Lust skills, so we could definitely do a lot of damage here. Okay, let's see. Ink over one of these guys, Thundercleave one of these guys, Shadow Cloud one of these guys, and I guess Scattering Slash one of these guys. You're probably gonna get dodged, aren't you? That's fine. You're doing your best. But the Wrath guys are weak to Lust, so we do a lot of damage to them. God. I love the, like, the gold, like, stuff on, Kurokumo Ishmael. Things are having the funny, like, Captain Sword. Gregor's got a similar, like, sword going on, but it's weird because he's not Jun, and he's not actually a captain, despite what his name says, and it's an entire sort of situation that I'm still not exactly knowledgeable on. But it's certainly funny. Okay, another one comes in. Shame. Shame is not one of the Lust ones, because those ones are very funny to see. Oh, we can demolish one of these guys with this, I think. Actually, I don't know if demolish is the right word whatsoever, because I don't know if we're going to do, like, that significant of damage to them, but we can try. Ink over works on you, and then we can just, like... Shadow Cloud you? Sure. That'll work. Probably should have doubled up the one, that, like, Ryoshi's going for instead of that one, but, it looks like it'll work out. For looking at that. Because you skill 3'd last turn. Nice. Yeah, it worked out. Cool. Oh, just died immediately thanks to the additional bleed proc from the fusion gift. Cool. I don't remember exactly what the new bleed fusion gift does, but I do know it just triggers bleed more, which, I mean, don't mind if I do, right? Like, we can just have you, like, we could just sharp edge that, and that would be more than enough. No. Okay, looks good. Good damage. Pierce weak. Not quite dead, of course, but a lot of them are going to bleed to death sooner or later. If nothing else, I'm not too concerned. Cloudburst, does this kill? It might. Nah, not quite enough, yeah. Your damage isn't particularly noteworthy, right? Tragically. And this floor shop, though, we're definitely going to be able to get Red Gossypium, because we've got Dopa Robe, so we've got a tier 4 fusion fodder right now. And I could also fuse away the rock if I wanted to, but I'll hold on to it. You know, maybe we'll, like, Sanguine Desire the boss or something. It's not a bad move. Oh. Speed moment. What are we thinking? You're dead to, like, anything. Yeah, that works, honestly. Might be a little cocky, but we win those. Something like that should be good. Cool. Take out a bunch of them. I don't think they're all dying here. Yeah, I think we doubled up that one, and we really did not need to double up that one. That's fine. Gregor wins these because he actually loses those, but the enemy bleeds to death. That was calculated. I had a feeling he would lose. I saw it was only a neutral or something, I think, right? But if he lost, the enemy would bleed to death, so it works out. And yeah, just you left. Alright. Lintic, well, I mean, you're almost dead to bleed, so Ryosha did her best. Covered in a little bit of blood herself, but you know. As Sun Tzu says, the only way to bleed enemies is to bleed yourself, or something. Sounds like something he'd say, I don't know. That's tragic, oh well. It looks like that's gonna be the shop, based on the convergence of the nodes, so don't get to see any new events. I know there's a couple new events. I did see one of the new events shows a thumb guy, which is very cool. First actual, like, thumb sighting in the game. Unless you want to count, like, Forest for the Flames back... Or not Forest for the Flames background, but just Ryoshu's background. You can actually... Yeah, you can see it in there, too, but... Yeah. Unless you want to count, like, the Ryoshu poster background, which in that case, it's the literal thumb of the thumb, not, like, a member of the thumb itself, but... Semantics, right? Semantics, square pantics. Thank you for your Doom posting, Netsack. Very helpful. I do really hope once they've run out of, like, LobCorp people to use for LobCorp announcers, I hope they just give us the Ruina version of all of them. Because they are very different, that's for sure. In terms of, their outlook on the world, especially. A lot more hopeful in Ruina, so it would be nice to see. Especially, I'd love to get, like, a Ruina version of Angela, just because LobCorp Angela is weird, right? Doesn't really feel like her. Because it really isn't her for the most part, it's her following the script, not doing as she actually, like, wants to do, so... Whether or not it actually counts as her being herself, is debatable, but it's not herself, to put it bluntly, right? Okay, kill all of them and still had skills to spare. Nice. Yeah, I mean, obviously we're going to be doing good here. Everything on this floor is weak to Slash. I think the one thing is I'm pretty sure Kim himself resists Lust, which is a bit annoying, but not the biggest deal. He's what, like Lust Gloom resist or something? I'm pretty sure. But you know, because sinking does nothing to him, and Kurokuma does nothing to him, right? That's the way they reasonably think about it. But, like, the Slash weak should neutral that out at least decently. And we can just bleed him to death if nothing else, right? Sanguine Desire Gaming. Don't remember the last time I've used Sanguine Desire. It's good, I know, but... It's just not very needed in Mirror Dungeon, right? Probably would be really fun to run bleed for, next Railway. Sanguine Desire, then you can use Blood Fiends or Kurokuma or, like, ring stuff. Like, you've got so many options for bleed now, and they all can work fairly decently. I say that, but like, don't if you're running N Corp, you're not gonna be having a fun time. But that's just season 1 ID moment, right? N Corp will get more support one day, I am sure, but it might not even be Inquisitor stuff. It might be other N Corp things. So I don't even know if there's any future for N Corp stuff. I don't know. I do wish one day, like, I think Uptie 5 doesn't seem super likely to happen, but I wish we'd get, like, some method of giving older IDs some degree of buffs. I don't know what that could entail, but, like, minor things could be nice, right? I'm very intrigued to see what Liu, Yisong is gonna do, because chances are he's gonna have some unique gimmick. I don't know, because he is South, though, so he might just be more Unga Bunga. If they introduce a new, like, gimmick with him, it's gonna be weird. Because none of the others have it, right? And we've had so many cases of IDs that just give, like, the unique buff to, like, the entire team, and the other entire team doesn't, like, innately synergize or anything just because they can't change them whatsoever. I think there needs to be some way to be able to deal with that at least to some degree. But I don't know. PM seems to want to leave old IDs in the dust intentionally. From the sounds of how Kim Ji-hoon talked in the live streams, he actively wants there to be power scaling because it, like, fits, like, thematically or whatever. Which, like, yeah, I guess, but, like, old stuff shouldn't be, like, neglected entirely. I think it's fine that newer stuff has, like, a higher, like, floor, right? Of, like, quality, but, who knows? Well, shop time. Oh, is it a super shop? I think so. I actually don't think I've noticed. I think super shops, do they get a unique map icon? Because that looks notable. Oh, cool. Well, let's see. What do we want here? Oh, yeah. Fusion first and foremost. Just because we can get rid of some of this stuff to get something a little bit more useful. Does this work? Oh, it does. Okay, cool. Red Gossipium. We can do some enhancements. Get this to ++. We get red to ++ too if we wanted. Might as well. And then I'd like some skill changes, I think, right? Because you can get 2 of them here, which would be nice. Or are we just going to get Faust? Ryoshi, you already got a skill change. And we can get 2 of them. Live a little, right? Live a... Oh, that's tragic. We'll get 1 more shop. We haven't got any Heathcliff skill changes yet, which is rough, because I'd like to get him some skill changes, because if he gets more skill 3s, then he can use more of his funny powered-up rules of the backstreets, which is kind of his main gameplay, like, pattern. I don't know. We're just gonna go straight into it, I think? Yeah. Sounds funny. You're slowest, so you get the most mileage out of Sanguine Desire. We can get a good enough Lust Res here. No Heath. It was a bit rough, but that's fine. Them's the breaks, Could actually have him, like, counter this, just get rid of that, but... We'll live. We'll handle it, I'm sure. We'll get a bunch of bleed inflicted immediately. Yeah. Volvo 5. I didn't look at so that no one cries classification thing, because I kind of slipped my mind entirely. SU-2005. Is SU Superbia, I think, right? Yeah. So he's Pride, which is obvious enough. 20 because it's District 20, and then 05, what is that part of the classification code? I actually don't know. I don't know if they stated whatsoever, but it's not like the... Is it just the, like, the unique number or something? It might be. I don't know if it necessarily means anything. It might just be the unique number. I need to look at more of them. I actually haven't paid too much attention to new classification stuff yet. Been, focusing on other things, but it seems like a logical enough. I like classifying it by, Sin Affinity. That's a cool way of doing it. Makes a lot of sense given how that's, like, super, like, clearly tied to a lot of things. A lot of bleed damage. Very nice. You should bleed to death. Do you bleed to death this turn? Maybe. You got a lot of 2-claners, so you're taking a lot of bleed damage. But we ourselves aren't doing an insane amount of damage because, you know, lust resisted. Slash weak, though, so actually we're doing pretty well. Ink over also, bit of a high roll right there. It gets a bunch of benefits for, like, bleed on targets. It makes sense. Yeah, you're dead. Okay, cool. Well, that was easy enough. We didn't see any new Kurokumo, I guess, didn't we? That's unfortunate. Oh well. There's Red Tassel, though. And we get both blades, though. We didn't get either health, so there's nothing we can do with that, but, you know, it's nice. Oh, that's new. Hardwood Liquor Cup. Clash moves gain 1 protection, heal 3 to 6 SP once per turn. When attacking any with an unbreakable, coins effect of the skill that lost the clash, plus skill coins gain can bear minus to deal more damage. Okay, so more benefits for when you're actually using the unbreakable coins in an unbreakable manner. That's nice. And now we do get to go to Hohenheim. Okay. This is going to be the Lantern Aberration, guys, yeah. I believe so. I assume that's like the normal note. The enemy's right. Would be surprised if there's something else. Yeah, cool. These guys are cool. I don't know if any of you, I don't know if you watching this have like seen it, but and you can actually see like the undistorted version of these in the file. And like, I mean, it's what it looks like. It's like a weird pink lantern aberration where you can see it's got like spikes. And assumably it was an aberration held in like the facility Hohenheim worked at. Right. Hopeless. We don't get enough lust res. Oh no, we actually do. Never mind. That's enough. I was gonna say we don't get enough lust res to make it unbreakable, but we technically do because 3 lust res means adjacent allies get it, so those 2 get theirs. Not everyone, since it's only 3, but enough, I'd say. Yeah, rough clash is going on here. I can't really... Okay, yeah. Honglu is losing his clash, but that's fine. He's chilling. He gets his unbreakable stuff. Isn't that nice? Cool. Okay, I'm getting the 4 res this time. You're also losing a clash again. Not particularly surprised. This is why, Ishmael gives all her allies unbreakable coins, is because stuff like Honglu's, like, inability to clash, well... This is the final floor of Mirrodin and Hard. It's expected to be able to have bad clashes at this point, right? So as much as I make fun of Kurokumo Honglu, most IDs, most 2-stars especially, don't really stand much of a chance in this situation. Okay, nice. That's all of them dealt with, so it's 5 more. I assume this is the end of it, only 10 in total. 11? Why 11? It's a very interesting randomish number to choose. We don't get that with you. You're gonna lose those and not get unbreakable? That's fine. We'll just block them. We accept it, yeah. Honglu's gonna take a bunch of damage here, that's fine. Gotta remember that, like, if something goes wrong, you can revive people in shops now, right? So I can just spend, like, I think it's like, what, 100 cost to revive someone? 200 maybe? I don't think I've actually ever had to use it myself, but if Honglu does get brutally murdered, like, we can rebuild him, is what I'm saying, right? Death is only temporary in Mirror Dungeon 5, not like every other Mirror Dungeon where, like, your actions had consequences. Yeah. Okay, there's the 11th guy. Now they're all here. Alright. Everyone is here. Lustrez, cool. We're clashing everything. Okay, yeah. Because we killed one of them. Or, no, just because they've got less skill slots in general than us. We're chilling. And we can also Rules of the Backstreet next turn if we get the opportunity to, which we might not, because bleed damage is going to be doing a lot to these guys. They're not, like, instantly bleeding death like the first, like, group of enemies did, because of the fact that, They're not getting the lust. Why is that not unbreakable? Huh? Oh well. Maybe. Oh, it's because the enemy died, I think, right? Died because from bleed damage. That's why. Yeah. Because, like, counterattacks, like, just don't lose any coins or anything if they don't get to be used. So if the enemy's going to bleed death before the counterattack goes through, it just doesn't show up as the counterattack happening, doesn't it? Yeah. That makes sense. Similar, like, some of the weird jank with, like, claim their bones, right? Sometimes it'll show up as only being 2 or 3 coins because that's the only amount of coins needed. Okay, we get an event here. What do we get? Oh, this one. Yeah, I got this one when I was doing the actual dungeon event itself. Twigs, cool. Rupture. Not particularly useful, but that's fine. Just more of the generic enemies, that's fine. That'll work out. We took some damage on our allies, but we can counterbalance that somehow. We've got Hexenhail for healing. That's the main thing, isn't it? Not great. Like, we've got Hexenhail for healing. We've got your Bygone Days, I guess. That's also healing. We don't have like the Envy or the Singing to really stand as with either of those particularly well. I guess actually this is healing, isn't it? Yeah. We can just pop that for Lust Res if we feel the need for it at some point. Kind of feeling the need for it. I don't know if we need to do it against like first group of enemies though. Also, our Envy is comedically bad. It's very funny how Kurokuma Heath doesn't have Envy, because this team definitely could have benefited from another source of Envy beyond just Kurokuma Ishmael. I think Ish's skill 1 is the only Envy we have, and because we traded one of those away for a skill 3, not exactly getting a lot of Envy gen. Especially because we don't have any EU gifts that are actually giving us resources, because kind of didn't bother with any of those. I think I definitely could have gotten at least one of those at one point, but I was too hyper-focused on getting all the funny bleed things. Speaking of funny bleed things, I assume this floor has, like, nothing for bleed. It's mostly burn and rupture, I'm sure. Just because, you know, the actual, like, corresponding event IDs. Okay, you win your clash, but, you're gonna lose because of that. Got him. Cool. Mostly all dead. There's, what, 2 alive, I think? Is it just those 2? No, it's 3. Okay. Well, that's fine. The 11 enemies is not as big of an issue if we don't, you know, wipe out an entire wave at once. Doesn't feel quite as out of place in that scenario. Save that lust skill for a turn where we can get the 4 res. Clean up. Cool. Looking good. Looking chill. Actually, does this cost Envy? I think it might. Yeah, alright. So Envy is a big issue. Gluttony we also have very little of, because is it just you, or does... I think it's just you, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, both those we don't have a lot of stuff for. So a little dicey. We need to be kind of careful about how much of those we spend, because we don't have anything that's giving us a stupid amount of resources. Luckily, these enemies aren't doing much of anything to us right now, so we don't need to worry about egoing or anything. After this fight, we will have to do this exact same fight one more time, though, so we're not quite done yet before we get to the Hohenheim fight. I haven't fought Hohenheim since I did the event. He's a cool fight. I really like the gimmick, you know, oh, you gotta do this. Oh, they're attacking each other. That's silly. Wait, so did they attack each other? Was it unclashable? Why did we not redirect them attacking each other, huh? I knew they attacked each other, but... Strike indiscriminately. Why did we not redirect that attack? That's odd. We had more skill slots. Do we not have more? No, we definitely had more skill slots than them. These guys mostly have 1 skill slot. What happens here? Like, do we... No, we don't. Oh, I see. So when these guys are panicking, we can't redirect their stuff. That's weird. Because this isn't the first time we have had enemies that just kind of attack indiscriminately when they're panicking. Because the TLA guys also did that, you know, because of the lobotomy ego gear moment. However, you rarely ever got to actually, like, make use of that, because normally you'd end up just clashing them away, and therefore they wouldn't hit their allies after all. So it'd only be something you saw if you were running, like, a solo, or if you just had significantly less skill slots on the enemy for whatever reason. There's definitely only a couple of times I actually got to see it in action. But these guys, when they do it, they just become unclashable. To actually be able to properly capitalize off of it. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay. I want to be in this position not even once. Do wonder... Yeah, I was wondering... I wonder if this thing's name... If this Avno is, like, Uncanny Lantern or something. Because of that passive. I feel like Uncanny Lantern would be a bad name. Because I feel like that name would be weird. But I do wonder if one of the things there is a clue to what its actual name is. Because it's probably Blank Lantern, right? That makes the most sense for a Meat Lantern aberration. And it's like spikes, so I don't know what it's supposed to be. It's like kind of like... I don't know. It's like a little monstrous, which Meat Lantern itself was already monstrous, but I'm not sure what the Avno itself would be like. We might see it sooner or later. I don't know for sure. Oh god, a lot of damage on our allies. That's fine. We do not care. We pull through, we push through, regardless, we ball. You can just block that, yeah, cool. That's fine. We're not getting enough Lustres for you to actually get the funny, Unbreakables. Death? Yeah, a lot of bleedage to death. I'm sure Hohenheim's fairly easy when you're bleeding him to death. He definitely seemed like a boss where... I mean, there's not really many bosses where you can't just kill with status effects immediately. The only things that come to mind for bosses that counter status effects well is stuff with like multiple phases like Time Ripper, right? Where you can't like stack everything immediately. There's like a little bit of a delay you have to like force yourself through. Even then, like, come second phase, if you can kill him with burn or something a lot easier than you can actually like just kill him with damage normally. Thanks to all his damage reduction stuff, but I digress. In the actual event dungeon, you can't stack up EU gifts to get funny kills nearly as well. So here we'll definitely be able to see maximum funny Hohenheim murder. Okay, nice. Very dead, only a few enemies left, cool. And yeah, we can't redirect these? Yeah. That's cool. I really like that. Makes it seem like a actual mechanic that exists, instead of being a mechanic that doesn't exist, right? Cool. Alright. Onwards and upwards. Didn't actually see any new EU gifts on this floor, because the one EU gift I saw was something I had already seen in the event dungeon, so eh. That's fine. Torn Hems, that's not new, that's the TLA thing. I was like, oh, what's that? And then I remembered, oh no, that's just the TLA one. Ishmael skill change, I guess I'll take it. Enhancers, I feel like I've gotten these before, but I'll take it just for good luck. Just cut, trampling, go, plug of flashcards, but a gadget, eh. Alright, that's fine. Well, another Ishmael skill 3 is good, if nothing else. Shame we never got a Heathcliff skill change, because more of his skill 3s could have been a lot of fun. Don't think I've been really paying enough attention to him, because I should probably be roll back streaming as much as possible after skill 3s, just for the funny damage, but that's fine. Let's see, it's been a few weeks since I did you. Your gimmick, you've got your funny shield, I know that. Subject observation. Yeah, there's that thing that's like built up on us over time. Shield equal to 30%. Yeah, 30% of missing HP, that's what it is. So first turn, like, the shield is not present whatsoever. Let's see. Want to make sure we get that Flora Lustres in here. I like the battle theme a lot. Because it's weird, it feels weird getting a neutral remix, right? Because we've gotten, like, a decent chunk of remixes for, like, the other ones, but neutral, we haven't gotten anything other than, like, the weird Wonderlab one. Yeah, a lot of damage already. Decent bit of bleed. This guy's bleeding. Okay. Sanguine Desire should do pretty nicely here, of course. What's his resistances, actually? I probably should have checked. Does he resist Lust? He might. I could see him doing that. You know, he's a nerd. Okay, yeah. 56 damage. I feel like he's gotta... He's weak to Slash, so he's gotta resist Lust. surely. Nice. Getting 2 heads in Contempt Awe is very good to see. Sure, he's getting his shield up. We tear that down, though. No shield for you. We all take our SP damage. Yeah, that's part of his gimmick. Oh, yeah, what your resistance is? You're neutral to Lust. Okay. Weak to Slash. Oh, that's... I forgot. I was like, no, he's not actually weak to Slash. That's Red Tassel at work. I forgot we got this. Yeah. I feel like I never get to see this in action. No, he's normally neutral to everything, but he's weak to Slash here thanks to Red Tassel. Okay. That's nice. Russian Mass Attackage. Unbreakable Coin Mass Attackage. That's right. I forgot you're, like, Tremory. That's funny. Finally, another Tremor boss. We haven't had a Tremor boss since Fairy Gentleman. That's why, like, the Tremor hard floor is just Fairy Gentleman at this point, I think. I think Papa Bongi's also got, like, a little bit of Tremor, but not really anything to call home about. I kind of want more Lust. Can't actually afford anything, Oh well, that's fine. 3 res is still solid, because you guys still get the Unbreakables, and you two don't really need the Unbreakables. Yeah, okay, that works. That's fine. Sure, we're, like, running out of actual funny egos we can use, without the Envy. Because we can't Sanguine Desire anymore. We can't pull out, like, Garden of Thorns. So that takes out 2 of our, like, strong Lust egos. And Contempt All might be Envy, too. I actually don't remember, but I feel like it might. Okay, yeah, you're doing that. Silly fellow you are. You're not using a lot of coins, so our bleed damage isn't insane, but it's still a bunch of things to you give some like. We're chipping away at you. Ideally, we'll probably reduce your like shield viability or whatever when we get the event. I don't remember what triggers the event. Like I said before, I only fought him once, so I'm not super aware of a lot of the specifics of the gimmicks. Are you clashing? No. So you don't quite stagger here, then? Yeah, not quite. Okay, cool. You're close, though. Oh, you're just defending this turn. Well, that's fine. We can just hit you a bunch, then, and, we might be able to stack... I'm not sure if we'll be able to break through all the shield, because your shield will be, like, solid right now, yeah. Yeah. How much is it? 600. Okay. Well, if we're not clashing you, we can't actually, like, pop your bleed, like, at all, so... That part's a little bit dicey. Being rules of the backstreet next turn, though. That's something. Not a particularly good lenticular rent. Yeah. That's the unfortunate thing with bleed. If the enemy decides they don't want to bleed, then, like, you just kind of gotta, like, respect their, like, choices. Okay, but yeah, we do enough damage with that. Oh, yeah, because she triggers bleed a bunch of times. I forgot about that entirely. Yeah. Well, that works pretty well. There's the stagger. You get unstaggered, that's right. Trigger extinction sequence. Poise stuff, tremor stuff, yeah. Consumes poison self, alright. Your sanity's especially bad thanks to the sanguine desiring, yeah. That's fine. Gonna need to ego this. We actually could Garden of Thorns this? Which is... good, yeah, okay, we're guaranteed that. Cool. Pride res turn, by the way. Why not? Okay, but yeah, he's still gonna do a bunch of damage to us with this. Little bit dicey, but that's fine. Garden of Thorns heals us all. So it's just a nice... it's our best healing option here. And I say best in, like, quotation marks, because, like, it's probably stupid compared to some other moves we could do that don't require us to, like, use a bunch of resources, but it works out. You probably die next turn. Yeah, I'd assume as much. Unless you die this turn, I don't... How much do I believe in? I don't really believe in the fact that we can kill you here. Yeah, no. This guy could have cut at negative 25 sanity. You did have enough poise to guarantee the crit thanks to the funny, but... the pendant, but... no heads. Weaken the shield passive, yeah. So now the shield is like 15% or something, right? Yeah, 15%. Units burn deals more damage, or if there's more damage, yeah. Not that matters. You do just bleed to death here, though. So, like, we don't actually need to, think whatsoever. We just clash everything. And, like, even if you beat us to death, like, you don't have any healing, I'm pretty sure. You should just bleed to death. Oh, we actually won that. Okay, cool. Fair enough. I was trying to be silly, but, no, we are just winning these, yeah. Oh, but you lose your clash, that's good. And you bleed to death, so yeah, we didn't. The counterattack didn't show up as happening because it wouldn't have mattered. He died beforehand. Cool. That should be worth a decent bit of event currency and stuff. And I get to do my. And since I've done my weeklies, I get all my lunacy and stuff, my battle pass XP. Haven't been doing those nearly enough. Yeah, look at that, not bad. Yeah, God, my pass level feels so low compared to like every other season. It's kind of funny. But we've passed 600 with this now, so that's nice. And... cool. That's nice. Weeklies, I can do those. Haven't done enough thread luxes this week. Logical enough. And there's our boxes, cool. But yeah, I'll probably do more stuff, now that I'm not feeling quite as burnt out, but I'm probably not going to revert to daily anytime soon. Expect, like, weekly at least, you know, maybe I'll have some random stuff here and there, that sort of thing. I'll do some live streaming this weekend, probably. Who knows, though. But anyways, that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!